Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin, and this is your divine inspiration message of today. Okay, so let's start with our Happier Me affirmation cards. And we have everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. Always. You are always guided and supplied with whatever you need for your growth. Whatever you need for your growth. Also, could be whatever you want for your growth. If you know there's something that you want, there you go. Go after it. Go get it. Our Master of the Week, Archangel of the Week, if you will, comes from Kyle Gray's The Divine Masters. And we have Mary Magdalene, who has been with us since, last Sunday. And however you want to look at Mary Magdalene, the message she brings this week is that you are the answer and be guided to your purpose. So those who may really not know a whole lot about Mary Magdalene, or Mary of the Magdala, if you will, there are so many stories, interpretations of Scripture. Who said what to who, how this happened, how that happened, the timeline of things. Then there's also the belief of those interpretations. And I personally, myself, think that if you pull away the control of some and go inward to your own personal thoughts and feelings, you sort of have this clear passage to divine intelligence, which is really where the answers come from. And our message really to all of us is be guided to your purpose. So when Jesus first ascended from his human form into spirit, it is said that she was the first person who saw him in that spiritual light. And he is reported that he gave her all of his beliefs and his teachings and his testimonies, whatever you want to call that, and set her forth as the teacher. She's considered the apostle to the apostles because she was one of Jesus's first followers, believing in what he had to say, believing in what he had to do, and believing in the work that God sets forth. Let's just go forward. Mary was a highly sensitive clairvoyant, as we all are. And so I feel like this message this week has popped up to teach us all that we've got these answers within us. And we can be the vehicle. We can use that powerful feminine force that gets heard. And I say the divine feminine force being the softness, the care, the compassion. Because we've had that heavy masculine energy out there about force and control and all of this. We now need to invoke the voices of the feminine, the sacred voices of the feminine, so that we can basically create a little bit of safety for the world. So somewhere in you is the answer you seek. You hold the treasure and the magic and the mystery all up inside of you. So it's time to be encouraged, to be recognized that you're a valuable part of what the universe wants, what the universe has planned. And if you've got this strong desire within you to share all the things you've learned, to use all the experiences you have, which can sometimes seem a little off-putting, a bit weird. But anyway, if you're comfortable with your gifts, as I am, then Use them to teach. Use them to move forward. Use the magic of the Magdala to go out there and do what you need to do. Remember, you're always guided and supported in that growth. My isms, I expect all my good intentions to manifest perfectly. Why would you not? The brighter I shine, the lighter I get. And I am magnificent. Yes, you are. I am. We are. Gertrude and Beatrice are just sitting, like they are sitting, still around this reflection pool, I want to call this. And they're like, yes, it's time to keep on reflecting. Let's bring the fairies around this reflection pool. And I like these fairies. They bring softness, they bring lightness, they bring joy, they bring fun. We've had a few winter fairies this week, the thoughts and the ideals and the ideas. So angels, and there's our card. Oh, look at that. Strength, number 11. Now, when Radley Valentine put his tarot cards together, he switched the number 8 and the number 11 around because it got switched by somebody who kind of came up with a tarot deck for some reason. But here we have our card of strength, and we've got the lion, and we've got the lamb, and we've got our fairy, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you truly are. So do you, I just got goosebumps. Do you see all of this? Can you sort of now get, as I'm delivering this message to you, you watch me shuffle and you watch the strength card pop out that comes along with Mary Magdalene, that comes along with always you're guided and supported and loved and cherished and given whatever you need to support whatever you want to do. Now, you know, when I started doing this 4 years ago, I would I'm going to encourage some of you. I'm laughing because I now think back to some of those early videos that I did. Oh, card of the day, vibe of the day, and I remember a lovely conversation with a friend that said you you got to take that tablecloth off behind you. I'm laughing because I think, oh, the journeys that we've all been on and the things that we've done has brought us where we are. And I was yesterday in awe of how in the world all of this comes through, all of this happens. I'm gonna get to the point, but the awness of it is, whoa, you wake up to how things really truly are for all of us. And it really does need to be magnificent. We do really need to shine bright and get light and get that lightness and get that joy out there. I don't know what else to say about any of that other than, you know, believe that you've got the strength. We do have the strength. We've got the strength and the power of I guess what the better word would be, the divine. It is really asks us to treat others like the way we want to be treated ourselves. It's difficult because not everybody wants to do that. Everybody seems to be in this lack mentality, or they're in the greed mentality. There's two polars. We've got to sit in the middle. And many people may be drawn to that light as a pillar. I think I said about this yesterday. They want our courage. They want our convictions. They want us to help them get through whatever challenge is going on, big or small. So if we're sensitive and we're caring, which I believe we are, this is a strength. It is not a weakness. Don't be afraid to use that empathy, that compassion for other people. the power of kindness, and the power of forgiveness, and the power of love, and the power of understanding is not weakness. It's not, it's a strength that requires those of us who possess it or want to use it or want to share it to dig deep. Excuse me, if we really want to heal from the challenges of our past, look at what the past taught us, let it go. In the letting go of the past, find the strength of forgiveness first for ourselves. If there's been some wrongdoing, if we've had challenges and difficulties with other people coming at us, pointing fingers, if we are also concerned about how we've been judged, how we may have, not wanting to speak our truth about something, not wanting to speak up on behalf of other people, then we forgive ourselves for not doing it. And then give humble thanks that we now have the strength and the power to do it. Whatever that looks like. Whenever you come across somebody who may appear to you to be a false prophet, someone who's saying some things that you think, oh, that's a bit manipulative. First, forgive yourself for the judgment of the person judging. You can choose to move on or learn from it. I know myself, if I get tangled up in the weeds of judgment, I then have to look at, whoa, hang on a minute here, there's some stuff going on in my backyard that needs to be cleaned up. Because if I'm judging someone or something, behavior, person, situation, there's something in me that's flawed. There's something in me that needs to be worked out and looked at. It's tough to do, I will say that. But that's why they call it work. That's why they call it work of the divine, why they call it work of love, because it wants to bring us to that lighter, brighter, soft place. And then I know what happens after I get to that point. Oh, okay, yeah, I've acted out of, mischief, if you will. I do feel lighter. I do feel brighter. I do feel like, you know what, I can just move on with that. Beatrice, Gertrude, yeah, they're just sitting in the reflection pool. And now Gertrude's saying, well, now you know why we're sitting. Now you know why we've been sitting there for a couple of days. You need to teach people how to reflect. I love these energies that just come in with this stuff, and it is what it is. This is how I get to where I've got to go, is just by giggling at it. Really, that's sometimes my own personal way of healing things. Is just, this is so ridiculous. I've got myself in such a tangle and in such a mess that it just makes me giggle and laugh. I mean, what else? But then this is the brightness, the shininess, the fun. And it creates those good intentions. It lightens up people with joy. And why not, right? I feel like we're in a situation in our world all over the place. East, west, north, south. Well, maybe not so much in the north. We don't hear too much from places like Iceland and Greenland and some of those islands. I think sometimes we can take a look at how they live their life and think, well, they must be doing something, because we never hear from those people. We just hear from our own backyard where people are just, wanting to control someone else, don't want them to be free. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Listen, thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and keeping this going out to the world. Remember, 6:30 Friday the 26th of July, I've got my number 3, which is all about surviving the comfort zone, coming out of the shell, understanding where it is we may be needing a little bit more of a push. So tune in. Go to my website, www.kevincross.com. Go over to the events tab and you'll find all the information there on how to get tickets. I love you, I love you, I love you. Until tomorrow, bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.